Hello, I'm Mohammad Danish Qureshi, and today I'm presenting an employment case for MSG350 that highlights how employers can violate workplace rights through inactive retaliation. This case involves a former employee at Ontario location of Opa Soulaki who was rewarded nearly $40,000 by Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario. This situation involved repeated sexual harassment, the employer's failure to investigate or act inappropriately, and retaliation after the employee filed a complaint. This case not only showcased serious violations of Ontario's human rights codes, but also demonstrate what employers must legally do to ensure safe and respectful workplace. In this case, the employee, referred as SE in the tribunal decision, faced ongoing sexual harassment from a male coworker. This included repeated comments about her appearance, unwelcome physical contact, and inappropriate jokes and advances. Over time, the situation escalated into what the tribunal described as poisoned work environment. When she reported the behavior, her concerns were ignored. There was no formal investigations, no separation of parties, and no accountability for the harasser. Instead, after she filed a human rights application, the employer cut her shifts and treated her differently, the classic retaliation, which worsened the already hostile environment. This brings us to the legal violation. First, under Section 7 of Ontario Human Rights Codes, sexual harassment and a poison work environment based on sex are unlawful. Employers have a positive duty to maintain harassment-free workplace. In this case, the employer failed to take any actions to stop the harassment, even after being informed. Second, under the Occupational Health and Safety Act, OHSA, all the employers are legally required to investigate harassment complaints promptly and thoroughly. This place did not carry out any such investigations. Third, the tribunal found the employer's actions after the complaint, such as reducing the employee's hours, constituted to reprisal, which is explicitly prohibited under both the Human Rights Code and Environment Standard Act. The employer should have acted very differently. When the employee raised the complaint, the management was obliged to immediately separate the harasser from complainant if necessary and start a formal documented investigation. This should have included interviews with witness and written reports. The company also had a duty to take interim steps to protect the employee, such as adjusting her schedule if she requested it, not as a form of punishment. Lastly, they should have followed through with disciplinary actions against the harasser, potentially including retraining or termination. Most importantly, they should have protected the employee from retaliation, especially since she was exercising her legal rights to a safe workplace. As a result of these failures, the Human Rights Tribunal ordered nearly $40,000 in damages. In this included $30,000 for injury of dignity, feeling, and self-respect, approximately $8,000 in lost in wages and additional costs. These are among the highest damages awarded for harassment cases in the restaurant setting in Ontario Tribunal. There are several lessons employer should take from this case. First, harassment policies must be more than words on paper. They must be followed. Secondly, investigation need to be done properly and quickly, and employees must feel safe to come forward. Third, retaliation of any kind is illegal. Even small schedule changes can be considered reprisal if they happens after a complaint. Lastly, documentation is a key. When complaints are handled by the book, it should due diligence and protect both the employees and the company. In conclusion, this case involving OPA Solaki is a wake call for all the Ontario employers, especially in hospitality and retails. These consequences are ignoring harassment or punishing whistleblowers are now serious. Financial penalties, public shaming, and mandated policies changes. As the tribunal noted in its decision, no workplace culture excuse illegal behaviors. Proper training, prompt investigation, and zero tolerations for retaliation aren't just best practices; they are legal requirements. Thank you for watching my video.